how many hours do you think you guys are going to put into Red Dead?
100.
And
Yeah.
I love that quick instant answer. And what are your guys's? Do you have any fears or worries about this game heading into it? Destin, 100 hours.
Yeah.
Very instant response.
I
there.
kind of hope there's glitches because if you remember the original Red Dead where the people were mapped to the birds and they were flying around, there was some really funny stuff that happened. I hope we encounter that a little bit, but it looks so polished right now. I don't know if we're going to get that opportunity. I don't really have any worries that the story's not good. I don't know. Like
That it's a bad game, I
Like-
guess.
What could go wrong? It looks good. The horse mechanics seem good. The running around
baby
the world
Legary,
seems.
you've just opened the doors.
I haven't played it yet. I have
Knock on
no
wood.
idea what to expect.
Well, I think that's so it is pure. You're just ready, excited. There's nothing where you're kind of thinking, oh, I hope this doesn't happen or this isn't this way. You've got the full confidence in Rockstar. I mean, they've earned it.
GTA Online, when it launched, was a little rough. So hopefully they managed to handle the server smash hit that they're going to get when all those players hit it on day one.
True.
So that's the only. I mean, they just have such an excellent track record, right? So
They do.
It's like I'm sure it's going to be good.
Jeff, what do you say? Anything? Any worries heading into this thing?
I
Or is it
actually
just
don't.
time?
No, well, the time is the key factor. But I think since they've done so well by mastering the sandbox kind of genre and just massive open world, I think we're in for a treat with it because, I mean, from what we've seen, the little previews, I mean, it looks like they've paid attention to the detail, the dialoguing, just the interactions, and just the setting piece. I think they've nailed it just by the visuals, what we've already seen. So, I mean, if I'm falling through the map somewhere, I'm not going to complain. But you know, I think it's. I mean, I think we're pretty on par for a solid release for this. So.
And they've showed it to people. So you remember Andromeda? People were like, "Uh-oh," but they've showed it to people, and people were like, "You are not prepared. This is amazing."
Brandon, any thoughts on this topic?
Just the time, and I'm the kind of guy like with a big game, I have to binge it, otherwise I'll set it down and never come back, just because there's other stuff going on. So I'm worried that I don't. The weird thing is like I'm worried about starting it because I don't want to start it and then not be able to finish it within 2 weeks.
I know exactly what you're thinking. I've been there.
Yeah, and listening to you guys talk about the Old West setting and how much you loved it, like I appreciate that because I feel that way about a lot of cool settings, but like the Old West is not one of them. Like I appreciate good, like Call of War's Gunslinger, I thought was an awesome story, and I appreciated it that it was told in that setting. But like if it was told in a different setting, I'd be okay with that too. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. I just hope that like the grit and the tarnation of the Old West like holds my interest for these 65 hours. This is gonna 60 hours. This is gonna take to finish it. Plus 40 or whatever. Realistically.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm just curious. I hope the sandbox really allows for a lot of open-ended stuff because GTA 4 kind of felt like a little bit of a half step back in that, like in 3, in the original 3D GTA games, you could tackle a mission from like 6 different, like pretty much any way you could think of, whether it was like, okay, you gotta take out a guy, so do you want to just like post up on a building and snipe him, or do you want to just run him over, or do you want to, there's a bunch of different, and then I feel like 4 kind of got a little scripty.
You don't want to hang out, cousin.
It did. No, you're absolutely right. Like the
And-
mission
and-
design reflected the fact they wanted to focus on a story.
Yeah, and 5, but I think 5 did a good job of moving back towards the sandbox nature. So I'm not too worried about Red Dead 2 here, but I hope that it's the story can be great, but we can also get that freedom of choice within the context of the mission. So, in fact, this is that right there. We were watching. If you're watching on video, like that just reminded me. Oh yeah, we're probably going to have like heists built into the single player this time instead of just being part of Red Dead Online later. So.
And heists are fantastic in GTA Online.
They're so good. They're so much fun. Yeah, this is going to be crazy. I wish I could quite justify. I talked to my wife and it was like, couldn't quite do a 4K TV yet.
Oh,
I was
really?
really wanting to do one for this game.
Oh, you don't
So,
got 4K yet?
Not yet.
Are you waiting for
firework.
Black Friday?
Just we went over the finances. And
Yeah.
it's like, all right, not right now. So, but hopefully it's good. I guess that's my word. Hopefully it'll look good on an Xbox One X hooked up to a 1080p TV because
Here's
that's
the
what I
thing.
got rocking.
I'm sure it will.
It will.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it. I'm Ryan McCaffrey, the host of Unlocked. If you enjoyed that segment, be sure to check out the full episode. We got full episodes that drop every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern at unlocked.ign.com, or catch us 24 hours later on Wednesday afternoons on youtube.com/IGN Unlocked or your favorite podcast service as well.